Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and if this is the first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell just in case I yet subscribe to my channel. So guys, today's video I'm sharing with you guys how I made my beautiful ruched dress with a cowl neckline and strap. So if you want to learn how I made this, please keep on watching and let's get into today's video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So guys, let's get started. So guys, firstly I'm going to be drafting it on this paper here. Then after drafting, I'm going to transfer to the actual fabric. So guys, I will be taking my half length. So from the shoulder to the hem, I have 14 inches there. And you can see that the paper I'm using is not that straight. So I'm going to first of all rule a straight line. Just draw a straight line across like this. So I'll have a straight line. So after doing it there, I'm going to place my tape to know where I have from the starting point line to this side. Then I have 14 inches. And now my half length is supposed to be 15. So because the paper I'm making use of is very small, I'll just leave it at 14. So when transferring to the actual fabric, I will add the 1 inch for the complete full length and the half inch stitching allowance as well. So after doing these straight lines across here, you can see where I have. So I have 14 inches, like I said before, from the shoulder down to the hem, I have 14. You get. So right now, what I'm going to be doing now is to place my tape like this. Now I'm going to mark, I'll just come down by 7.5 inches, which is going to serve as my chest line. Can you see? Then after that, I'm also going to, mark my underbust, which is 12.5, and also my waistline, which is at 14 inches. So I'll just go ahead and draw a straight line across like this. Then after that, I'll go ahead and label it. So I'll label the chest line, the bust line, and the waistline. So after I was done doing that, I'm going to come in by 3 inches on the shoulder line. Then after marking the point there, I'm also going to come down by 3 inches again. So I'm just going to connect the two dots to give me a round neckline. So after I was through with that, what I'm going to be doing next is to take the shoulder measurement divided by 2. I marked it then. I'm going to from there make a straight line to meet the chest line. You get. Then when I'm through with that, what I'm going to do is to place my tape and I'll come down by ½ inch, which is going to serve as the slant. Then I'm going to get the midpoint like you see me doing and also come in by ½ inch. So after I was done doing that, I'll place my tape and I'm going to divide my bust circumference divided by 4. I marked it, then I made the point there. After that, you can see that I've connected the slant line, and from there I'm going to use my curve rule to make a curve for the armhole. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Just go ahead and do yours like this. I always do this on the channel each time I'm making an armhole. This is how I get my armhole, you get. So after I was done doing that, I'll label it as the shoulder line. Can you see? Now I'm done doing that. Next I'm going to be doing now is to get my new chest line. So from the chest line I have there, I'm going to place my tape and I'll just come up by 2 inch. So you can come up by 2.5 inch if you are busted, you get. So for me, I came up by 2 inch. Then after that, I used my ruler to connect it. Can you see? And after I was done doing that, I'm going to label it as the new chest line. So this now is this 2 inches here is my new chest line. You get. So when I'm through with that, I'm going to now go ahead and divide my bust circumference into 4. I will just make my point there and I'll not add any stitching allowance. I'll not add any seam allowance. So on the waistline, I'll also divide it by 4. I made my point there. I'm not going to be adding the allowances here. So right now I'm going to connect the two dots just like this. You can see I'm doing that. I'm going to just connect it like this. Then after I was done connecting, what I'm going to be doing next now is to place my tape from the shoulder to the new chest line. I have 5.2 inch. You get. So go ahead and measure what you have from the shoulder to your new chest line. You get. So anything you have, just keep it in mind because you're going to be making use of it later. Do you get? So me, I have 5.2. So after I was done, I'm going to just go ahead and cut it off just like this. So you can see I'm cutting it. So I'll advise that after cutting yours, do not throw away your yoke yet. You get, don't throw it away because you're going to be needing it later. So I'll just label it again so you understand what I'm trying to say here. Can you see? I'm just gonna head to label it again. This is my new chest line. So after I was done cutting, you can see that I cut from the new chest line. You get? So right now you can see the armhole. I will just go ahead and cut the armhole. So guys, when I'm through with that, next I'm going to be doing now is to cut out the back. You guys, so for the back, I'm going to bring another small piece of paper here like this. After bringing it, you can see what I have here. So right now I'm going to fold the chest line. Just go ahead and fold it into two, but before then I'll just make a straight line at the top here, so we have a straight line for the back. You get? Then after doing that, I'll also go ahead and extend it a little bit like this. Then when I'm through with that, I'll now bring the front piece, sorry, the front paper. I'll just bring the front paper like this. Then I'm going to fold it from this chest line. That is the first chest line I marked earlier. That is the place I'm going to be folding. So when I'm done folding, what I'm going to be doing next now is to bring my ruler and my marker. I'm going to trace the side using my ruler and marker. Just look at what I'm doing. Remember, I'm not going to be adding zipper allowance at the back. We are going to just add zipper allowance at the side, not at the back. You can see that I didn't add any, so don't add any zipper allowance at the back. You get, because I'll be fixing the zipper at the side. You get? So after I was done tracing those lines, what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and cut it off just like this. For the back, guys, you can see that I started the drafting from the armhole side with the front paper. You can see. So after that, I labeled it as the back, and I'll just label the front as the front. Can you see? So you can see the difference now between the back and the front. You can see where I started the drafting for the back from the armhole. Do you get? So right here, this is the fabric I'm going to be using. This is a door face. You get? So I have 2 yards here, so I'm going to be using these 2 yards to now transfer to the actual fabric. Now what I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to first of all transfer the back and the front piece on the actual fabric. Then after that, I'll now go ahead and cut out the skirt part. Now you can see what I have here. I just went ahead to fold it into two like this. So right here, I'm going to now use my pin to pin it down in place so the paper won't shift when I'll start the cutting. So after pinning it down here like this, you can see what I have here. Now remember, my half length is supposed to be 15, and because I was working with a small paper, that's why I stopped at 14. So right here, instead of me adding a ½ inch stitching allowance, I'll go ahead and add 1.5. So 1 inch is for the completion of the half length, then the ½ inch extra is for the stitching allowance. So for the side, I added 1.5 inch just for the stitching allowance and the seam allowance as well. So I'll just stop here. I added ½ inch at the top. Do you get? So this ½ inch I added here at the top is for the stitching allowance. Do you get what I'm saying? So after that, I'll now use a ruler to connect it just to give me a straight line. When I'm through with the line, I'll go ahead and cut it off. Then I'll do the same thing for the front as well. When I'm through with that, you can see what I have here. So I'll just do the same thing for the front. You get? So guys, for the front, you can see it here. I'll also go ahead and pin the paper here. I'll just go ahead and pin it down like this. Add all the allowances needed and the stitching allowances as well, just like we did at the back. So I'll just repeat it again here. So at this hem side, at the down part, I marked 1.5 inch. I told you guys the reason why I did so. Then after marking the 1.5 inch here, I also marked 1.5 inch at the side as well. Then after that, I added ½ inch on the armhole side as well. Then at the top, I add ½ inch as well for the top, for the upper part. So I'll just go ahead and connect it. Then after that, go ahead and cut it off, just exactly like we did at the back pattern. Why do I, baby, why do I, why do I, baby, why do I, why do I, baby, why do I love the touch. So guys, when I'm through with the cutting, you can see what I have here for the both piece. So right here, what I'm going to be doing next now is to unpin my pins. Just remove your pins and remove the pepper as well. Right now I'm going to cut out the facing for the both piece. Do you get? So I'm just going to place the back piece here. So you can see what I have here. You can see the difference that the back is shorter than the front piece. You get? This is because we started the cutting for the back from the armhole of the front. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please watch what I'm doing. And if you understand, thank you so much for understanding. So guys, right here you can see the another piece of fabric I brought. I just went ahead to fold it and place it here like this. You can see. So what I'm going to be doing now is to place my tape on the front piece. Then I came out by 2 inches, but definitely I marked it at the back. So if you don't call this lining, you call it a facing. You get, or you call it lining anyhow. So after I was done marking, so what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and cut it off. You get, so I'll start the cutting from the side to the armhole at the upper side, and on the side I marked 2 inches as well. They come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me why. Now after cutting the facing or the lining, you can see what I have here. Now the lining or the facing is shorter than the main fabric. You get, so this is for the back lining as well. Now we are going to go ahead and fold it into 2. You get, like this for the lining, then place the back piece here like this. Then after placing it like this, you can see how I placed it. Place yours like this. Then you are going to make a straight line at the top. You get, then after making your straight line at the top of your lining, you are going to trace the side as well, just like this. So at this point I traced it a little bit, then I had to measure it. I have 4 inches there. I marked 4 inches here as well, and I'll just repeat the 4 inch here, then use my ruler to connect it. So the facing for the back, the length is 4 inch. You get, so I'll just go ahead and cut it off just like this. You get. So guys, these are the both piece, the front and the back, and the lining as well. Right here I'm done with this. As you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the skirt part. You get, so for the skirt part, I already gone ahead to fold the fabric by 2 like this. So right here the length of this skirt is actually going to be 23.5. So I marked 23.5 for the length of the skirt. Just make sure that when taking the length of the skirt, make sure it's below your nail. Do you get? So when you ruched it, it won't be too short. You get, you can mark 25, 26, 28 depending on how ruched or how ruffle you would want it to be when you ruched it. You get. So after that, after taking the length, I went ahead to cut the excesses I have. You get. So right here I placed my tape from the waistline and I marked 8 inches. I came down by 8 inch and I run a straight line across. So this is the hip line. Right now I'm going to divide my waist circumference into 4. I marked it, then I added extra 1.5 inch. You get. Then after that, at the hip, I divide my hip circumference by 4. I marked it, then add extra 1 inch for the ease, and also add 1 inch for the seam allowance. You get. So from this waistline I connected it. So why I added 1 inch for the ease is because the dress is not meant to be tight on the hip. You get, it needs to be a little bit free, so that's why I added 1 inch. You get. Now after connecting from the waist to the hip, what I did was to place my tape to know what I have there in total. So whatever I got, I place it at the hem part like this. Then I'll just mark it, then add extra 1 inch for the ease. You get. Sorry, 1 inch was for the allowance. So guys, after I was done doing that, I'll just go ahead and connect it. So when making this dress, when drafting the skirt parts, anything you got on your hips, like say, let's just assume that your hip is 36, so divided by 4 is going to give you 9, right? So instead of you marking just 9, you will just add it 1 inch. You get, because the hip needs to be free for that particular dress. You get. So after that, just add 1 inch for your seam allowance and go ahead and connect it. You can see that I'm done connecting mine, and I also went ahead to cut it off. So guys, next thing to do now is to go ahead and cut out the back. So for the back, you're going to cut exactly what you have here on the front piece. Go ahead and do the same thing for the back. You get. So I'm done cutting the back. You can see now that it's 2-piece. You can see it's 2-piece now. So remember that the back is not going to have anything zipper allowance. You get. Just go ahead and cut the exact thing you have at the front piece. You get. So after I was done doing that, you can see what I have here. So right here, I'll just go ahead and start the sewing. You get. Now, the what I did next was to go ahead and cut out this long straight piece you see here. So right here, what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and fold it like this. Then hold over to your sewing machine and go ahead and sew it like a rope, like you're sewing a rope. Do you get? So guys, after I was done doing that, you can see what I have here. And I also went ahead to iron it out as well. You can see how straight it's looking. So for the upper part, what I'm going to do right now is to bring the front piece. So I'm going to open it the right side, then place the lining on top of the right side facing each other. So after I was done doing that, you can see what I have here. So I will just go ahead and place the strap. You can see I'm placing the strap. So go ahead and place your strap like this. Can you see? So when you are done placing it like this, at this side of the armhole, you can see that particular point. Go ahead and place it. Then after that, use your lining to cover it. Remember, you are going to be placing it the right side facing each other for your lining. Then go ahead and do it like that. Then after doing that, use your pin, hold it in place. Go ahead and pin it down. Then after pinning, you're going to head over to your sewing machine and sew. You get, just go ahead and sew, and when sewing, be very careful so your strap is not going to move from where you placed it to another direction. Do you get? So that's why you're going to also go ahead and pin it very well. So after that, you're going to sew it from there. You can see. Then go ahead and sew with your 1/2 inch. After doing that, I will be right back. So guys, you can see what I have here. After I was done doing that, I also went ahead to iron it out. As you can see, can you see how it's looking? So you can see the cowl neck. This is how it's going to be. Can you see? This is how it's going to be. So right here, I'll just go ahead and break the back piece. Then I'll work on the back piece. You get? So for the back piece, I'll just bring it like this. Then go ahead and open it up. Can see, just determine the upper part, not the upper part, then go ahead and open it up. Then this is the lining as well, you can see. So right now I'm going to be placing the front piece the right side facing each other. So this is how you are going to place it. Remember, the back piece started from the armhole. You get, we started the cutting for the back piece from the armhole of the front piece. So this is how you're going to place it. Can you see? So don't go and place it on top of the strap side. I don't know if you get. So guys, what I'm going to be doing now is that when you already placed it the right side, you're going to first of all fold it into two, then get the midpoint. That is, go ahead and notch it. Then after notching it, open it up and mark 4" at both sides. Can you see? Place your tape from the middle where you notch, then mark 4" at both sides. 4" is okay. If you are bigger, you can mark 5". You get? So go ahead and mark 4" if you are smaller size. Then after marking this 4". You can see what I have here. So this is why you should not throw away this your yoke when you are done cutting. So for the yoke, you can see that I brought it back. Then I placed my tape and I have 5.2 inches. You get? So for the strap, whichever number you get from your yoke, from the shoulder to your new chest line, for me, it's 5.2 inch. So plus it by 2 is going to give you almost 10.5. So I'll just call it 10.5. You can see that I placed my tape and I measured the 10.5 here. You can see. But because we started the cutting of the back upper part from the armhole side at the front, I will replace the 2" I came up by on the new chest line. You get? Plus 1/2 inch stitching allowance. So the both number altogether is 13 inches. Now what I'm trying to say is that the length of my strap in total is 13 inch. Hope you get. Now after you are done with that, the next thing you want to do is to place the front piece the right side facing each other. You can see. Then go ahead and place the strap on those points you marked 4". You get? Then go ahead and place it. You can see where I placed it at the point I marked my 4". That's where I placed it. Then cover it with your lining. Everything must be placed on the right side facing each other. Then go ahead and sew. So guys, when I'm through with that, you can see what I have here. So this is how yours should look like when you are done. And again, do not forget to always iron it, especially plain fabric like this. It's always good when sewing, you try to iron. You get? So after I was done doing this, I'll just go ahead and place it aside. Then I will work on the skirt part, okay? So guys, for the skirt part, you can see what I have here. There's nothing much here. Just go ahead and open it up like this. Then go ahead and make sure it's on the right side facing each other. What I mean is that you should place it on the right side facing each other like this. Remember that the skirt is not going to have that. There's no dart here. There's no dart here. So go ahead and place it like this. Then sew it with 1/2 inch. you get. Then after you're through with this, you're going to do the same thing for the back piece as well, you get. So place it the right side facing each other, go ahead and join it using your 1/2 inch. So guys, when I'm through with that, you can see where I have here. You can see that I've gone ahead to join it. Can you see? Then I did the same thing for the front piece as well. You get. So right here, I'll just go ahead and shape the dress. Now I'm going to be placing them again the right side facing each other. Then make sure you arrange it very properly. You get. Then after arranging it very properly, you can now go ahead and shape it, you get, with your measurements. Divide your bust circumference into 2 this time around. Divide your hip and your waist circumference into 2 as well. Then go ahead and shape it. I'll go ahead and do that. Then after doing that, I will be right back. So guys, remember I told you guys that I will be having my own zipper at the side. Do you get? So right here from the armhole, go ahead and leave some space. Then come down here from your waistline, come down, at least come down by like 6 or 7 inches. Leave some space there. Sew the remaining ones you have left for the both side. Then go ahead and fix your zip letter on the space you left. Do you get? So I'll just go ahead and shape it. Then after that, we'll be right back. So guys, I've gone ahead to shape my dress and also picked the area I will be fixing my zipper later. You get. So this is how it is looking. Can you see how it's looking? So another thing I did was also to fold the hem part as well. I've gone ahead to fold the hem part as well, and also ironed it out, as you can see. So guys, this is it, and this is the back as well. You can see how the back is looking. Can you see? So also this is the cowl neck. You can see this is the cowl neck. This is how it's going to look when you actually put it on. The next thing you want to do is to cut out this thread piece you see me holding here. This is like a band. Go ahead and cut it, you get. So I've cut mine and I also fold it into 2, iron it out, and also fold the edge, also iron it out as well. So the wideness I have here is put 2.5. You get 2.5, and I ironed the both edges. I just folded it, then ironed it out, and also ironed it to get the middle as well. You can see the lines I have there for the middle. So guys, what we are going to do now is to turn your dress the wrong side facing each other. Now we are going to determine the side you would want to make your ruched. So right here, I'll just choose one side of the dress. Now I'm going to place my tape from the waistline. I came inside by 3.5 inch. I marked it and I'm going to bring the band. When I bring the band, I will place it. Make sure you place it straight. Do not place it in a slant form. Go ahead and place it straight. You can see how I'm placing mine. So remember that this side here, making this ruch, is going to be on the front side, but you are going to be placing this band here at the wrong side of the fabric. Do you get what I'm saying? Then go ahead and place it straight. You can see that mine is looking straight. Now you head over to your sewing machine and you're going to sew the center side, then sew the both side as well. I'll repeat it again. You're going to sew 3 lines. You get. So just first you're going to sew the middle. After sewing the middle downwards, you sew the other side and also sew the other side on the tip. So guys, I'll just go ahead and pin it down so it's not going to shift. Pin yours down and head over to your sewing machine. Go ahead and sew. After sewing mine, I will be right back. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, will always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do... So guys, after sewing, you can see where I have here. Can you see how it's looking? Go ahead and sew yours like this. Now another thing I went ahead to make is a very long rope. I also went ahead to make a very long rope. Then after turning it over to the right side, I will go ahead and cut out a small thread here. Then I'll bring the rope. You can see it here. So I have 2 rope here. Can you see? And this is very long. Just go ahead and work with your safety pin. You're going to pass it through the lines you already sewed. You get. So right here, you're going to insert it on one of the line. That is at the both side. Go ahead and pass it through there, then continue doing that. When you get to the edge, that is the waistline side, you're going to bring it out through the inside. You get. From the inside, go ahead and bring it out. Then this is what I have here, you get. So I'll just go ahead and remove my safety pin and I will turn it over to the wrong side. then insert the other one. So it's either you insert it through the front or you do it through the back, whichever way that is going to be very okay for you. Go ahead and do it, you get.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go.
So guys, when I'm through, you can see what I have here. So the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and stitch the boat rope. You can see how I'm doing it. Just go ahead and stitch the boat rope like this. Then after I was done doing that, you can see what I have here. Can you see? So right here, I'll just go ahead and ruch it a little bit. So this is how you're going to do it, you get. Now go ahead and turn it over to the right side and I'll do it properly there. So when I'm through with that, you can see what I have here. So I'll just go ahead and ruch it so you guys see how it looks like. You can see. So after doing that, this is how yours should come out to look like. This is how it's going to look, you get. Now for the cowl neck, you are going to do that one like this. Can you see? So when you put it on, it's going to look so stunning. It's going to look so good. You get, just like you see mine in the beginning of the video. So guys, this will be the end of our today's tutorial. Please, if you love this video, subscribe. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.